I wanted to take a minute and cover two things. I'm going to be obviously doing this WarHawk Weekly for maybe a little while. I don't know. JR is in the hospital. He's got some internal bleeding, and we just found this out last night. It's Friday. Remember, everyone deployed Friday, and JR famously does that every single Friday, And I'm upset because the first call that I received when Kabul fell was from JR, and he was talking about Saigon and the parallels between the two, and he's just a great friend. He's a great human being. He's tough as nails, and we just need your continued prayers. He's lost 3 to 4 units of blood, and he's received that, and so he's feeling better, but they're doing a scope to see if we can determine where it's happening at. So that's number one. Just a quick update on that. The second thing I want to talk about is myself and my family. There's no mistaking that we pour our financial resources, our time, our energy. I've got thousands of hours logged with talking to veterans, first responders, special circumstances of PTSD, and I do this as a family unit. We do this, and this year, as things were going, we had, for the first time ever, an operating budget going into this year, in large part thanks to someone who remains anonymous. I wish this couple, would let me recognize them, but they didn't do it for recognition. And they had a huge campaign that was going on last year, and they were matching dollar for dollar up to $50,000. And by the time it was all said and done, I think we raised a little over $24,000. So that was a big deal for us. And we still needed to find a way to operate by also giving some operational strain relief to the team. I mean, we are all volunteer force, with the exception of those that we contract specifically for the professional training services of our dogs. And that has to be done. I cannot do all things in this organization, and no one person can. And so we specifically built the bylaws to help people in the most expeditious way possible, and to help as many people as possible. And this year we did 22 $1,000 grants to veterans that had their own dogs, because we've always sourced the dog. We want to have the highest probability of a successful service dog. And we've had washouts, and we've learned the hard way here and there. And once we helped those 22 veterans, I wanted to help more people. So my wife and I sat down, we looked at our bank account, and we started pouring more money into WarHawk, and we helped 22 additional families in COVID relief. Some perfect examples would be big tips to servers, waitresses, and such. We helped somebody stay in their home. They just got hit with no work and hard times, and fell behind. And so we were just lifting all these people up. And then all these storms started happening. We moved into our house December 29th, Isabel's birthday. And we had storm after storm after storm. It exposed siding that had a manufacturing flaw so bad so that company is no longer in business, can't even go after them. The house is just damaged, the roof is damaged, the AC went out, the water heater went out, and Todd, you've seen it, 200 linear feet of sidewalk that's on the homeowner's expense washed out, some areas almost 4 feet deep. That was about $7,000, and I am pretty financially adept, but I cannot survive 5 emergencies all at once. And what the community did is they started rallying to fundraise for WarHawk, so that we as a family don't have to pour in our financial resources during this difficult time. But it was already too late. We had drained a lot of our financial resources to help more and more people this year, and now I'm in the hole and I'm hurting. Now this next group of people I believe to be veterans, because I know the one that spearheaded it is a veteran. I reached out to a guy that I know, and I was only venting, and then he said, well, how can I help? Because Kevin, a smart Marine once told me that talk is cheap, but action speaks a lot louder. I was the one that said that. I had said it to him in an ash chewing session that I was giving him, and him and his crew, who I do not know the full extent of these people, have made my family whole. Another donor came in this week and has sent two $5,000 checks, one for my family and one for WarHawk. Again, to lift us up in our time of need. The point of what I am telling you, I'm not bragging that people have come in and financially helped me. I needed help. And I had to swallow my pride and ask for help. Closed mouths do not get fed. And of all the people that I talk to, 90% of the time, I'm not talking to the person that needs the help. I'm talking to somebody that cares enough about them to ask me for help for them. So this message, and the point of this, is to talk directly to that person that refuses to pick up the call and phone it in to me or to one of my board members, or just you're so stubborn you don't want to ask for help. Look, if I can ask for help and everybody thinks I'm this big shot guy, and I'm not, I'm nobody important. I'm just a guy trying to help people while I battle my problems and my demons every single day. If I can ask for help, having rose to the level that I have, why can't you? I need you to ask for help. And maybe you don't ask us, but maybe you ask somebody else that'll check in on you or do whatever you need to do. And so I'm going to close this out really simply put with, I need your help, because I'm not ready to let go of JR, and I believe in the power of prayer, and I need him to come through, because he's our president, and he rescued me in my time of need. He rescued my charity, and this is important. This is big. So thanks for tuning in. I hope to see you all next week, and we got some big plans in August, and sure do love you.